So I finished listening to J.R.R. Tolkien's first book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Fellowship of the Ring. So this starts with, we kind of get a glimpse into where Bilbo Baggins is now. Why am I saying glimpse? Like, we learn where he is now in his life. We get a little bit more to the story of what happened after his first epic quest. And what happened, where he adopted his nephew Frodo and then named him his heir, and kind of their lives leading up to Bilbo's 111th birthday, which is also Frodo's 33rd birthday. And they have this like massive party where Bilbo shocks everybody by disappearing because he puts the ring back on that nobody knows about, supposedly. And then decides to leave to travel again. He leaves Frodo the ring to, I don't even know, because like he even has issues leaving the ring behind, but he does eventually leave Frodo the ring. And then Gandalf is there to tell Frodo about the ring and be like, hey, don't wear it. And then we kind of see where Frodo goes on his journey until I think he's around 50 or so. I forget. Sorry. And Gandalf kind of shows up again as there's with the like, you need to leave, basically. Like, get on out. So they come up with this plan for Frodo to leave. And he goes and says he's moving away, gives away all of his possessions. He gives to the house, sells the house to the Bagginses that really, really wanted it the first time around and got really annoyed when Bilbo showed back up. But they do eventually get the house. And he goes to his new house with his servant. Not servant. He's not a servant. I forget. But he calls Frodo his master. But they're still kind of like friends. Sam. I'm sure like half these people are like, girl, we read this book. We know what you're talking about. And you're probably wrong about it. I'm sorry. It took me like 3 weeks to listen to this book just because of circumstances, okay? So if I forget some of the parts in the beginning, I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, they decide once they get to his new house, he finds out that they kind of knew about him, his friend, like his cousin, and his friends kind of like know about it or all this long time. And they all decide to go together to figure out what to do with the ring. And of course, Gandalf had told him, like, you need to leave. So they decide to head towards Rivendell. And again, I'm sure most people are like, we read this book, we know what's going on. Okay. You know then that it's a epic fantasy with twists and turns and evil all around. You got the Black Riders who are constantly following him. You got the evil Dark Lord who wants the ring for himself. There's just everything. Like every second you're like, oh, they finally have like a moment. Nope, no, they don't. Here comes something else. So they do eventually make it to Rivendell. He gets to see Bilbo again. I thought that was so sweet. And then he finds out, oh, hey. So, yeah, the ring has to get destroyed, and, like, you're the only one who can bring it to Mordor, which is this, like, really scary place full of evil, and the Dark Lord who wants the ring. Yet you're the only one who can do it. So, are you gonna go on the quest or not? Of course he says yes. So, of course, it's a trilogy, so you obviously don't get to the end in the first book. You get to this cliffhanger of the tale. They went through a lot. They fought orcs. They met, I don't want to say the name because I forget how to say it, and I know I will be roasted for saying it wrong, but the really crazy evil beast within the mountain. Battlebot? Not Battlebot. I know I'm wrong. So sorry. Balfrog? Sorry. Okay. Anyway. Twists, turns. They kind of find out what happens to some of their brethren. Which is of course sad. There's the whole thing with Gandalf. Well, now I know where that, and now I'm like, oh, that's where that line comes, because it's like a famous line, thou shalt not pass, or you shall not pass, and of course it's a famous line, I'm saying it wrong, and then I'm like, oh, now I know where it comes from. I haven't seen the books, or haven't read the books, haven't seen the movies, and yeah, still know that line. So anyway, first book is done. I will be waiting patiently for book 2 because, even though they are, as old as they are very popular. People love these books, and there's like 5 people waiting for the second book before me, in front of me. So all good. So I'll probably be waiting for a little bit on that one. So I have some other books to read and listen to in the meantime. And then I'll get back to my quest of finally reading the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Happy reading.